All right, let's do number 7 together. I think you're starting to get the hang of how to factor a trinomial, but the weird part comes in when there's negatives involved. So we've seen one problem that had a negative on the second term and the third term. We've seen a problem that had a negative on just the second term and a positive on the third term. This time, let's look at there being a negative on only the third term. So again, we're going to send a giant X through this box because it's really not my favorite. And let's label A, B, and C. A is 1, B is 4, C is negative 21. Okay, so A times C goes on the top, B goes on the bottom. So A times C, 1 times negative 21 is negative 21. Got it. And B, that's 4. Okay. So let's now go build our t-table and see how to work through this situation. So my t-table is negative 21. And this time, since this is negative, one of these numbers needs to be a positive, the other one needs to be a negative. Let's go check this out. So I could have positive 1 and negative 21. Negative 1, positive 21. I could have positive 3 and negative 7. I could have negative 3 and positive 7. Let's go find the sum of each pair of factors. So 1 minus 21, negative 20. Negative 1 plus 21, positive 20. 3 minus 7, negative 4. Negative 3 plus 7, positive 4. Which sum did we need? Yeah, the positive 4. It's B. So this is the pair of numbers that's going to fill in my wings. Negative 3, positive 7. All right. Let's go make our sets of binomials to finish this off. So we've got x minus 3 divided by a, which has a value of 1, times x this is a positive 7 plus 7 divided by a, which again has a value of 1. And you might say, wait. The variable in our original problem was the letter A. And I'd say, oh yeah, autopilot. You got me. So easy, quick fix. A minus 3, because I am reducing and simplifying my fraction, times A plus 7. And there we go. That's pretty great. Are you getting the hang of it? Are you starting to see how this process works? I sure hope so. All right, let's do one more problem together. Let's go look at number 9. Oh yeah, before we look at number 9, you get to do number 5 and number 8. Pause the video. All right, now we go for number 9. So here we have an area of a rectangular window. And the area is this trinomial of x squared minus 14x plus 48. Now these kinds of problems, these setups, that is what I am expecting to be on your state test. This is how I'm expecting them to test you on these skills. So you can expect to see these words, the area of a rectangular window, And then that's a trinomial? Yeah, I don't know how people measure stuff in those problems either. But this is what they're talking about, okay? So we know that a rectangle is made by length and width. It says the window's length is x minus 8. What is the width? Oh, I just need the other factor. Okay. So let's go adjust our box. And let's start building our trinomial. Well, we have our trinomial. Let's go actually start tearing apart our trinomial. So A, B, and C. A is 1. Good job. What is B? Negative 14. Good. And C? 48. Great. And what two things multiply to make the top triangle? Good. A times C, which is 1 times 48, which makes 48. Super. And then what fills in the bottom triangle? B. Good job. Which has a value of negative 14. Super. All right, so at this point, what do you need to do? You need to build a t-table. Good. So which number am I going to tear apart for my t-table? Is it the 48 or the negative 14? The 48. Good. Let's find all the ways that we can tear apart a 48 into its different pairs of factors. 1 and 48. 2 and 24. Good. Does 3 go into 48? Yeah, it does. What is 48 divided by 3? 16. Nice. Let's see. 4. 4 and... Good. 12. Does 5? No. Does 6? Yeah. I'll give you a hint. If 2 works and 3 works, then 6 also works. So 6 times 8. Good. Is there anything else? 9, 10, 11. We already have a 12. Great. So we see I've got a negative 14 and I have a positive 48. So how am I going to make all of this give me negative values? Make them all negative. We did this on example 6. So let's get our sum. Negative 1 and negative 48, negative 49. Negative 2 and negative 24, negative 26. Negative 3 and negative 16, negative, that's right, 19. Negative 4 and negative 12, negative 16. Negative 6 and negative 8, negative 14. Great. So which pair do I want to use? Yeah, it's my last one. Is it always your last one? No. That's just how these examples have been coming up. Negative 6, negative 8. And remember, you could have the 8 and the 6 switched. That would be fine. You just have to make sure that they're both negative for this problem. All right, let's go build our binomials now. So x minus 6 divided by a. A had a value of 1. And x minus 8 divided by a. A had a value of 1. So these binomials are x minus 6 and x minus 8. Now the problem told us that the length is x minus 8. And hey, good, we got an x minus 8. We did this correctly. Isn't that awesome? It feels so good to know that you have done things right. So that means the width has to be this other binomial of x minus 6. And we're done. Hooray. Okay, so you need to now do number 10. And if you need any help, let me know.